I've never worked on the back end of a rideshare, so I'm very curious to see how this works.
You want to ensure the safety for everybody.
Wow. So they're definitely playing with the algorithm.
They'll do it right then and there. That's one thing I wish I can change about.
I've never worked on the back end of a rideshare, so I'm very curious to see how this works.
You know, you like to accept all the rides because some rides may not pay you as much. Some rides are going to pay you $2.84. Some rides are going to pay you more than that. It's on me to accept most of the rides that I can in order for me to keep a consistent flow. Everyone is always shooting for the higher rides.
Okay.
So they're willing to station, at a waiting lot so that they can get those rides. My thing is staying consistent because it's much more easier for me to flow throughout the day once I know that I did complete all of these rides.
Right. So accept.
Right.
And move on to the next one.
Correct.
So do you think that the algorithm would reward you more by accepting most of your trips?
Yes. There is this one feature in the opportunities. It's called quests. This is the iffy part about ride sharing because yes, it is programming you to try to accept every single ride that comes your way and then you're going to get that bonus, but some may have different methods and they may do less rides. They're waiting all day in one spot for a certain ride.
So quest, I would guess, would be short for request, like answering all your requests. And then that's where your bonus kicks in. How many trips is it?
You got to complete 200 rides.
200 trips. 7 days or 5 business days?
I just completed mine and I believe it started June 15th, around there, and they gave you a month, so July 15th. But I already knocked it out before July even came.
So it gives you a month to get the quest.
Let's say about 3 weeks to a month, yeah.
And is it okay if I ask you how much the quest bonus is?
$210.
So 200 trips, $210. So they're basically giving you $1.10 a trip for,
yeah, pretty much. Not even $1.10.
Wow. Yeah, that could be tough, man, and you're chasing that. Do you think the rideshare companies actually alter the algorithms so like when you're getting closer to a quest, they kind of throttle you down?
100%. Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely.
That's not fair. That's like, you're chasing a carrot stick and then you get real close to take a bite.
You're getting real close
and they move it a block away.
I'll tell you this. The last quest that I had, I was at about 185 rides, right? If you are in rideshare driver and you start your day and you're starting from zero, from scratch, your requests are they're just going to come. When you're about to finish these quests, you're going to find that it's kind of harder to receive these request trips. The demand somehow starts to get lower on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, so I just did 180 something rides and all I need is 15. 15 rides, it's about 4 to 5 hours.
Okay.
To complete those 15 rides.
Okay.
Right? It took me legit 8 hours to get those 15 rides.
Wow.
Literally.
So they're definitely playing with the algorithm.
I would say yes. If you want to make the extra dollar, because in the beginning I was like, why is it that some days I'll make $120 in 3 hours and then it'll take me another day to make 120 hours, it'll take me 8 hours. So it's like, you can wake up with the mindset of having a goal, but you can't wake up with the same mindset that you had yesterday thinking that you're going to make the exact same money that you made the day prior, right? So that's what's challenging. One day you could be up and going. You could go ahead and have all this energy, you prep up, and then when you get on the road, you realize like the first hour you'll make about, I kid you not, man. The other day I made $15 in 1 hour. You get what I mean? That's actually kind of less than what I would normally make at a regular job. Safety is everything. Like safety to me is a priority only because I think about myself as a passenger. When you don't have control of the vehicle and you're not driving, you don't know what's going to happen. It don't matter where you're at. So it's like you want to ensure the safety for everybody. Well, the reason why I like to drive smooth is because it gives me more room to make a decision if something were to happen, right? Like, so if somebody is trying to cut you off and you're speeding, you're going to hard brake. That's going to flag you.
So what do you mean by flagging?
It will be on your driver insight. They'll do it right then and there. That's one thing I wish I can change about rideshare, because driver insights calculates your drive, how you brake, how you accelerate, if you speed, even phone handling. Let's say you're trying to fix the phone too much, that'll come on your report. So when that happens, it's like, okay, so now I know I can't touch the phone while en route. So now I just have to touch the screen, like don't grab it because it's going to mark you for phone handling.
What would be your jackpot ride right there? You're like maybe a trip to the airport, to Fort Lauderdale, or something down to Miami airport?
Any airport.
Any airport.
Any airport. If
Airports pay you a little more?
No, but you are strategizing yourself to get another ride from the airport.
I got it.
You get what I mean? So like, let's say you get one ride from the city all the way to the airport.
Okay.
Somebody in the airport is going to have to go back somewhere. You get what I mean? So,
okay. So then you just hover.
Correct.
Is there a waiting area at the airport? Is there some kind of pecking order, or
there is
you and the algorithm always?
There is a waiting lot in every airport. Drivers have the option to wait there and station there. As long as you follow the rules and regulations of that waiting lot, you're able to station yourself there, turn off your car, don't let the fuel waste, and just wait to see what ride will come in. But the problem with that is again, time consumption. You're just sitting there. One day, I decided to just stay in the waiting lot
to see just how long do I have to sit here.
Biggest waste of my time, because I wasn't receiving the rides that I thought that I was supposed to receive.
But you're up against an algorithm that's kind of watching you. Like when you're in that waiting area in an airport, you dropped off, you go there, you turn your car off, preserve energy, and then there's 10 other cars there. Do you see those 10 other cars on your app at all?
It'll give you a number, how many people are in front of you, and
it does.
Average number is about 40 to 50 cars in front of you. Now, not saying that it's a long wait. It can be at times,
right? Because
the demand can be high. And where all those drivers can go within like a good 30 minutes, because everybody needs a ride. When it comes to events, I try my best to not say stay away from it, but let's say somebody wants to go to it. Again, it's almost like the airport thing. I would drop them off. If I don't get a ride immediately, I'm leaving.
So how long would you give it?
So like 2 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Because if I wait there, yes, I am going to receive a ride, but it's probably going to be from somebody that's already
impaired,
intoxicated, or whatever.
You're setting yourself up.
Yeah, like you're just
a possible bad night.
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is that we also have to acknowledge how sensitive those situations are, right? Like, for example, when you see somebody, they're already intoxicated, or they're at the nightclub and you're picking them up, you got to be twice as careful how you even speak to them. They're just in more room for inconvenience to happen.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up.